$2.23 a barrel. All right, let's check in with Haley Wooden with business in Vancouver and some big news for a Canadian company that was bidding to buy American Apparel.
That's right. Canadian apparel retailer Gildan Activewear has been successful in its bid to buy two-time bankrupt this year American Apparel. The bid comes in at $88 million cash, and it involves Gildan acquiring the intellectual property rights to the American Apparel brand. It'll also acquire some manufacturing equipment and will look at American Apparel inventory as it moves forward. Now, a key piece of this are the some 110 physical retail stores that American Apparel owns. Gildan will not be acquiring them. It will be acquiring some of American Apparel's production facilities in California, but California is a state that has quite high labor costs. And when you look at a company like Gildan, a lot of their production facilities are based in Central America, in the Caribbean, in countries that have quite low costs when it comes to manufacturing. But overall, a really good win for a Canadian company. It outbid companies that included Amazon.com and Forever 21, who were rumored to be weighing making an offer on American Apparel.
So does that mean that we'll still continue to see both of those names, Gildan and American Apparel?
I think some of that remains to be seen, whether they'll keep the integrity of the American Apparel brand, but all of that will be owned by Gildan moving forward. And it sounds like they're looking at more of a slow rollout and integrating American Apparel assets under the Gildan company.
All right. Stats Canada also releasing some new numbers on building permits for late last year.
That's right, and we look at building permits being issued because it really indicates future intentions where different actors anticipate demand to be. When we look for the month of November, building permits issued in municipalities across the country falling at $7.8 billion, down 0.1% month to month, but up around 18% year over year. We're seeing a lot of permits being issued on the institutional side of things. That's up significantly and more relevant to provinces including Quebec and Ontario. But when we have a look at what's happening on the West Coast, it really seems to be a tale of two provinces. Alberta really suffering and taking a hit when it comes to permits being issued for the month of November. That applies to both its residential and non-residential sectors. A city like Calgary that's seeing month to month a drop in permits issued by 77%, quite significant.
Wow.
Here it is, yeah. Here in BC, though, it's the opposite. We actually saw the largest gains across Canada, up around 21%. We're seeing gains primarily on the residential side of things, which fits with all the news you've been hearing over the last little while. In Vancouver, we're also seeing permits issued up on the residential side of things month to month, as well as up year over year.
All right, good news for BC. Haley, thank you.